Ever pondered how your body manages to keep you alive even when you're sleeping? It's all about respiration, folks. This intricate process, often taken for granted, is the very foundation of life. It's the cycle that keeps us going day in and day out. Respiration, in its simplest form, is our body's method of taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide. But there's so much more to it than just breathing in and out. It's a complex dance of gases involving multiple organs and numerous physiological processes. In this video, we're going to break down the steps of respiration, transforming this complex topic into something you can easily understand. We'll delve into the depths of the human body, exploring the grandeur of how we inhale, exchange gases, and finally exhale. So buckle up as we embark on this fascinating journey into the human body's respiration system. Respiration isn't magic, it's a masterful work of our body's respiratory system. Now let's unravel the complexity of this system and shed light on its key components. Firstly, we have the nose and mouth, serving as the gates to the respiratory system. The nose, more than just a prominent feature on our faces, it's our body's air conditioner. It filters, warms, and humidifies the air we breathe. The mouth, on the other hand, is a backup airway, stepping in when we need more oxygen during strenuous activities or when the nose is blocked. Next up is the trachea, or as it's commonly known, the windpipe. It's a sturdy tube that extends from the back of the throat down into the chest, serving as a conduit for air to flow into our lungs. It's lined with tiny hairs called cilia that trap and expel foreign particles, a constant guard against invaders. Splitting off from the trachea, we find the bronchi, a pair of branching tubes that lead into the lungs. The bronchi further divide into smaller and smaller tubes, resembling an intricate tree of life, each ending in tiny air sacs. These air sacs, or alveoli, are where the magic of gas exchange happens. But we'll save that for later. Lastly, we have the lungs, the stars of the respiratory system. These spongy organs, protected by our ribcage, house millions of alveoli and are responsible for inhaling oxygen and exhaling carbon dioxide. The left lung, slightly smaller to make room for the heart, has 2 lobes, while the right lung has 3. In this wonderful orchestra of respiration, each part plays a crucial role. The nose and mouth initiate the symphony, the trachea conducts the air, the bronchi distribute it, and the lungs perform the vital act of respiration. It's a beautifully coordinated effort, all working together to keep us alive and breathing. With these key players in place, we're ready to dive into the process of respiration. The first step in respiration? It's as simple as taking a deep breath. Delving into this process, it starts with a simple action we perform subconsciously every moment of every day. Inhalation. It's the first step in the respiration cycle, the beginning of our body's quest for oxygen. So, how does inhalation work? Picture a muscle sitting just below your lungs. This is your diaphragm. When you inhale, your diaphragm contracts and moves downwards. This movement increases the space in your chest cavity, creating a sort of vacuum. It's this vacuum that pulls air into your lungs, kickstarting the journey of oxygen in your body. Now, where does this air come from? It enters through our nose or mouth, each offering its unique set of defenses against unwanted invaders. The nose, with its hair and mucus, traps dust and bacteria, while the mouth serves as a larger, more direct route for the air to travel. From here, the air embarks on a downward voyage. It travels down a tube in your throat known as the trachea. This tube is fortified with rings of cartilage that keep it open, ensuring a smooth passage for the air. Next, the trachea branches out into 2 smaller tubes, the bronchi, each leading to one of your lungs. These bronchi further divide into a network of even smaller tubes, the bronchioles. It's through these bronchioles that the air finally reaches its destination, the lungs. Inside the lungs, the air fills millions of tiny sacs called alveoli. Each alveolus is surrounded by a network of tiny blood vessels, the capillaries. It's here, within these minuscule sacs, that the air delivers its precious cargo of oxygen, ready for the body to use. So you see, inhalation is much more than just taking a deep breath. It's the beginning of a remarkable journey, a journey that sustains life, a journey that starts with your diaphragm and ends with oxygen being delivered to your body's cells. And just like that, our body has taken in the oxygen it needs to survive. But what happens next? Now we're at the heart of the matter, the exchange of gases. This is where the magic of respiration truly happens. When you inhale, air travels down your windpipe and into your lungs, eventually reaching tiny air sacs known as alveoli. Each lung houses about 300 million of these alveoli, and it's within their thin walls that the all-important gas exchange takes place. Imagine the alveoli as bustling marketplaces. Traders from two different worlds come here to exchange their goods. On one side, we have oxygen-rich air that you've just inhaled. On the other, a network of capillaries carrying blood laden with carbon dioxide, a waste product your body needs to expel. In a process as seamless as a well-choreographed dance, oxygen in the inhaled air passes through the alveoli's thin walls and enters the bloodstream. Picture it as oxygen traders handing over their precious cargo to the blood cells, which are all too eager to transport it to every cell in your body. Simultaneously, carbon dioxide, the waste product carried by the blood, passes in the opposite direction. It's as if the blood cells are saying, "Here, take this carbon dioxide. We don't need it anymore." The carbon dioxide then moves into the alveoli, ready to be exhaled. This exchange of gases is facilitated by a process called diffusion. It's nature's way of maintaining balance. Oxygen moves from an area of high concentration, the inhaled air in the alveoli, to an area of low concentration, the oxygen-depleted blood in the capillaries, while carbon dioxide does the exact opposite. This intricate dance happens billions of times a day, every day, for as long as we live. It's an essential part of our survival, providing us with the oxygen we need for energy production and ridding our bodies of carbon dioxide, a waste product that could be harmful if it were allowed to accumulate. With the gas exchange complete, it's time for the final step in the respiration process. An incredible journey, isn't it? But hold on, we're not done yet. There's still one more step to go. So, we've taken in oxygen and exchanged gases. What's left? Time to breathe out. Exhalation, my friends, is a fascinating and vital part of the respiration process. It's less about doing and more about letting go. Let me explain. When we exhale, the diaphragm, that powerful muscle beneath our lungs, relaxes. This may seem counterintuitive, but relaxation is the key to exhalation. As the diaphragm relaxes, it moves upwards, reducing the space in our chest cavity. This reduction in space creates pressure, and it's this pressure that pushes air out of our lungs. But it's not just any air that's being pushed out, it's air rich in carbon dioxide, a waste product of the gas exchange process we discussed earlier. This carbon dioxide-laden air needs to exit the body, and our respiratory system has a well-orchestrated route for it to follow. The air first travels up from the tiny alveoli, where gas exchange occurs, through a network of tubes called bronchi. The bronchi, like branches of a tree reaching back to the trunk, merge to form the trachea or windpipe. This is the main highway for air on its journey in and out of our lungs. As the air continues its upward journey, the trachea guides it towards our nose or mouth. It's here, at these exit points, that the carbon dioxide finally leaves our body, released back into the atmosphere with every breath we breathe out. It's quite the journey, isn't it? And all this, remember, happens within a few fleeting seconds, over and over again, without us ever having to think about it. It's one of those marvels of our bodies, quietly taking care of business while we go about our day. So next time you find yourself sighing, laughing, or simply breathing out, take a moment to appreciate the intricate process that's unfolding within you. It's nothing short of remarkable, and it's happening right now as you listen to this. And there you have it, the remarkable process of respiration. Respiration might seem complex, but it's all about 3 simple steps. Let's take a moment to revisit what we've learned. First, there's inhalation. That's when you draw air into your lungs, and oxygen is carried to your blood. This step is vital as it's the beginning of the journey for oxygen to reach the farthest corners of your body. Next up, we have gas exchange. This is the spectacular moment when oxygen and carbon dioxide swap places. Oxygen enters the bloodstream and carbon dioxide exits, ready to be expelled from the body. This exchange is crucial as it's how your body gets the oxygen it needs to function properly. Finally, we have exhalation. This is when you release that carbon dioxide back into the world, completing the respiration cycle. It's a vital part of the process, removing waste from your body and making room for fresh oxygen. So, next time you take a breath, remember the intricate process your body is performing to keep you alive and well.